What's up everybody, Unrested back again, and today walking home in the summer heat. And speaking of which, I thought I would talk about the summer heat and how you can survive it while you're here in Japan, because trust me, no matter where you're at, even Hokkaido, because I've been there, it gets hot. And the air conditioning just isn't the same that you're going to have back in the States or any other Western country for that matter. You're always going to be hot. Pretty much you're always going to be hot. Yeah, that about covers it. Especially when you go outside, especially at schools you work at. A lot of schools have no air conditioning at all. There is no air conditioning. Not a big surprise. The government really doesn't have money for it, and they don't really put a lot of money into public school systems, so unfortunately you and the students have to suffer through that. As far as things you can do to actually try and fight the heat, there's quite a few. Japan actually is already ready for a lot of the travel time you'll have. And what I'm going to do today is just list a couple things that'll help you with that. So first off, let me go over some travel things that will help you while you're walking around, because as I've said many times before, you'll be doing a lot of walking in Japan. One of the best things I ever bought was a little scarf that's specially made to hold the cold. Now, when I say that, you probably think, Scott, what exactly do you mean hold the cold? Well, it's pretty much the equivalent to having those jelly ice packs, but sewn into a scarf that you then tie around your neck, and that will then hold the cold around your neck. Holding the cold around your neck and your wrists is two things Japan tries to really navigate around in order to get the cold irrigated through your body. So you can also buy bracelets that do the same thing. They're tiny bracelets that have those little ice packs sewn into them. Throw them in the freezer overnight, take them out the next day, and you'll have a little cooling bracelet and necklace. Now, I'm not saying they look super cool to wear, but they feel super cool. Isn't that all you want? There's some other things too. One of the things I always do myself is, sometimes the scarves are good, but usually I burn them out pretty quick because I'm a bigger guy. So I usually take 2 bottles of water, fill them up, freeze them overnight. I do pretty much the same thing Japan has. I wrap them around in a towel and then put those around my neck, and they keep me cold a heck of a lot longer. And the strength of the cold is a lot stronger. So that's just me using a Japanese idea to make myself colder. It's nothing original, it's just a little bit larger version. As for yourself, make sure you're drinking lots of fluids. 2 years ago, we had the hottest summer in 113 years in Japan. 44,000 people ended up with heat stroke or going to the hospital therefore. There was multiple schools, even one school that I worked at where ambulances had to come and take kids to the hospital. I mean, that's kind of the problem when you don't have air conditioning in the school, but you know, whatever. I don't work for the government here, so it's not my choice. Of course, some private schools do have AC, so you will, if you get a good enough job, you're going to be nice and comfortable. You know, shoot for the stars, guys. As far as other things that will keep you nice and cool, Japan has special clothing, and this is something that Mexican Samurai 100 and I talked about. Japan has special clothing that actually breathes better during the summer days. It's actually specially made. You can pick it up at a store that is actually based in New York too, Uniqlo, very international store. And they have special fibers that just allow the air to push through, even the long sleeve ones. And there's even suits in Japan that are like that, so if you absolutely have to wear a suit during the summer, you can purchase a special Breathe Easy suit, I think it's called. You can get that. On top of that, there is other things that you can get in that kind of clothing line. But moving on to other topics, one of the last things is wipes. There's special cool down wipes that they have here in Japan. And these wipes usually have a bit of menthol in them, and that is because when menthol comes in contact with your skin, it'll make it feel extra cold. These are usually used mostly just for your neck and your face. I don't know if you'd really want to try and rub them all over your body because it might get a little uncomfortable when you're covered in menthol, but you know, to each their own, whatever. And those are another little thing, you can pick them up. They're really refreshing, especially when you've like had to go between the air-conditioned office for the teachers and a hot classroom for the kids that has no air condition. Usually you come back, wipe yourself down, and you can kind of feel a little bit more comfortable when you get back to your desk. That's something I do. Other than that, this is a special JFAQ on staying cool during the summer. I'm Unrested. I'll see you next time.